Hello, everyone. The results of class 10 and 12 have been declared after a long wait. There was a lot of suspense in the air, but at the same time, both 10 and 12 declared on the same day, which I think is a record. Normally, class 12 used to come first and then class 10, but this is the first time, at least I don't remember of any day in the past where 10th and 12th is declared on the same day. So first of all, congratulations to the CBSE. The site didn't crash. Everything was smooth, and we were able to get the results of all the students within a span of few minutes. So now comes the next part. I'm sure that there are many students who are very, very satisfied with their marks. They've got 90%, 95% and very happy. But at the same time, there are students who are feeling little hurt. They felt that they have scored well, but the marks given to them, they are not satisfied with that. And hence the board is bringing out the dates for the reevaluation. So I'm here to give you a brief idea on how to go about it, right? So this is the modality that has to be done. The verification of marks, first step, then obtaining the scan copy of the evaluated answer book and the reevaluation. So there are 3 steps involved. So I'm going to explain to you what is the difference between the 3 steps and how to go about it. Right. So the first step is that it's going to be online. You don't have to visit your school. You don't have to visit any CBSE office. It's going to be an online process, and there will be a particular schedule, time and day for everything that's going to happen. And this is going to happen immediately within 2-3 days. So what I'm going to show you is how to do it. So there will be obviously some charges involved. It's not a free of costing. So you can do this online. You can use your credit card, debit card, net banking. You can use that. There should not be any postal order or money order, check, cash, nothing like that. It's going to be only online transaction, right? And all your forms have to be complete. And you have to submit only one application. One candidate will submit only once, right? So the board will not be responsible for any consequence due to revision of marks or delay in the process for reasons beyond control. Now, if you feel that you have got less marks, then only apply, please. Don't apply for the fun of it, because it's not that best of 2. Suppose your marks are getting lowered, then those marks are going to be finalized. So if you are getting 50 marks and you are expecting 75, then go for the evaluation, because there's a huge difference between 50 and 75. But suppose you are getting already 94 and you felt probably that you will get 95 or 96, that's hardly 1 or 2. You must have made an error in judgment. And while re-evaluation, it's quite possible from 94 you land up with a 91. So there's nothing much you can do. So be very confident about your marks that you are going to that you have received, so that you can apply accordingly, right? So decrease even by 1 mark shall be affected. Point number 6, it's very, very clear. Okay, so this is very important. Don't apply for the fun of it. If you are 100% sure that your marks are going to increase, then please go ahead and apply for a re-evaluation. Decrease by even mark will be affected. That means you are not going to get best of 2. Whatever is the marks after evaluation, that will be final, right? So in case there is a change in marks, then what happens? You have to surrender your mark sheet. Right now, you will be getting your mark sheet and certificate, and you will get your new certificate with the new marks, right? And whatever is the processing charges, whether you use increase or decrease or no change, there will be no refund of that. So how do we go about the verification? That I'm going to explain to you, right? So the first step is, I'm going to explain the 3 steps. The first step is application online. Okay, so first step is that verification of marks. How do you apply for verification? You have to pay 500 rupees online for this, and there will be verification of the marks. So remember, verification of marks is not re-evaluation. It is verification of only the mark. They will check whether your total is correct. Your answers, whatever marks the examiner who has checked are given, they're not going to touch that. They are only going to see the total, whether your totaling is done. And there is sometimes there is a possibility that you got 64, and by mistake while entering on the computer, the person must have entered 46. So these are technical errors which are quite possible. So they are going to check the total if your total is okay or not. So that is the meaning of verification of marks. Okay, so there will be a recalculation process, and whatever marks you are going to get, that will be communicated to you. That is verification, step number 1. Step number 2, only those candidates who are applying for verification will be eligible for the next step. And what is the next step? Getting photocopy of your answer sheet. Okay, first step, you were expecting 70 and you got 50, and they are saying, okay, we have done the recalculation, your total is still 50. So the story is not over. Go for the next step. Okay, you demand your answer book. Now you will get photocopy of your answer book. You will apply for that, and you will pay 500 rupees for that. And the schedule I'll just discuss to you what is going to happen and what time you have to submit. So you have to apply for the photocopy. Step number 2. Okay, first step was the calculation of the marks. Okay, the calculation of the marks, step number 1. And only those who are giving this for step 1, that means verification of marks, only if you are giving for verification, then only you can demand for photocopy. You cannot demand for photocopy right in the beginning. Photocopy is the second step. So they are going to give you the photocopy of that. The paper that you have attempted, they will give you the photocopy of that. So once you get the photocopy of that, then what are you going to do? You're going to obviously go through what you've done, and you can go to your teacher or whoever has taught you, your parent, whoever is an expert in that subject, you can consult that person, because you will be getting a scanned copy of your answer book. Whatever you have written with the marks allotted will be there. And then you have the right to challenge the marks awarded. So suppose in question number 25, the examiner has given 2 and you feel that it is absolutely right and you should be given 4 or 5 marks out of 5, then you can challenge that. So note down all those questions where you feel that the examiner has given you less, so you can challenge those questions. So in the second step, when you get the photocopy, you get it evaluated by an expert. Note down all those questions where there is a problem. If you feel that, okay, the marks are okay, maybe I calculated it, then you are happy with it, and then leave the case there. Probably it's your mistake that you didn't write the complete answers. So the expert will tell you whether to go for the next step or not. And now comes the third step, the most important step, that after first and second step, still your grievance still remains. Okay, these are the questions where I should have got more marks, or this is unevaluated, or the marks are less, or probably some page is uncorrected. So all these issues you will be able to find out when you get your paper, right? So then you go for the third step. What is that third step? Re-evaluation. So only those who have gone through the first 2 steps are eligible for the third step. And what is the first step and second step? I have already explained. Now comes the re-evaluation. So you are going to pick up questions and you are going to challenge the board now that these are the questions I should have been given more marks. So how many questions are you having problems? So all the questions, it's not possible that there is a dissatisfaction for you. You may say question number 25, 28, 32. You pick up 3-4 questions where you felt that you would have got more marks. Now, for every question that you're going to challenge re-evaluation, it is 100 rupees per question. So let's say you have a problem in 6 questions. So you have to give 600 rupees for re-evaluation, right? So that's how it works. So if you have 2 questions, 200. If you have 3 questions, 300 rupees. Like that, per question, 100 rupees. So you have to challenge, as you will also be getting the marking scheme by the board. Okay, this is the board will explain you. See, this is the marking scheme. You have got the marks on the basis of this. So you can compare your answers with what was the expected answer. That also gives you a fair idea of whether you have done the questions in the correct way, or if there is a mistake on the part of the examiner. So you will get that, and then you are going to challenge the board that these are the questions where I deserve marks. And then what happens is that you will challenge that. So 3 steps are complete, and then you will get your corrected marks or decreased marks, whatever it is. You will have to accept that. That's going to be your final marks. So that's about the 3 steps. So I hope you understood this. You can replay this video and see what are the steps. Now I am going to explain to you the dates. Okay, as I told you, it's all going to be online, and this is going to start from 16th to 20th. So although this is, I'm demonstrating for 10th, the dates are same for 10th and 12th. 16th May, that is Tuesday, and the last day is 20th May up to midnight. So this is the first step. If you have a grievance, please do that. You cannot get a photocopy right now. You are going to go to the first step, give 500 rupees per subject. All subjects are okay, then no problem. If there is a problem in some subject, give this first step, that is apply online, right? So after this, if suppose you are getting an answer from CBSE, okay, there was a mistake and now we have corrected it. Your total was actually 64, but you got 46. They will say, okay, this is the new marks. They will apologize to you probably for the mistake, and then you will get the corrected marks. Then you are happy. You don't have to go to the step 2. If suppose still you have a problem, then we have to go to the next step, that is obtaining photocopy of the marks of the answer book. So you have to apply second stage, and that will start from 31st May 2023 to 1st June 2023. So there will be some gap, because when you apply online up to 20th May, you will get the result within a week. So let's say by 27th May, it will be clear whether you have to go for the next step or you are satisfied with the reevaluated marks. If you are satisfied, no problem. If you are not satisfied, go to the second step, that is obtain a photocopy. Now you are going to pay 500 rupees for that, and then you will get the photocopy. Now you, as I told you, consult an expert or your teacher, your mentor, and see whether, compare it with the marking scheme and see whether everything is okay. And then still, if you feel that, okay, I should have got more marks in these questions and I've got less, then those questions you might mark and give for reevaluation in the third step, that is from 5th June to 6th June. Very short period of time, only 2 days, 5th June to 6th June up to midnight. And as I told you, every question that you have a problem and you want to challenge, you have to give 100 rupees. So this is the whole procedure, and I am sure that you have understood what to do, and this has to be understood. And please remember, it's only online. Everything, payment and all the everything you will be mailed to you. You just have to the portal, on the portal, when the link is activated, you have to do these procedures. So this will start from 16th May. So hopefully it will be, the link will be activated soon on the website, and you will be able to do all these procedures. Okay, thank you.